You done interviews before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had a few of them.
You media trained?
What does that even mean?
I don't even know. Like
Somebody suggested that after I had like the interview at Studio 620. I thought he was coming at me kind of weird, but I knew him previously, so I was like, I know it's coming from a good place.
Word.
Maybe it helped him.
What is like? How do you go get media trained? I don't understand.
Just a person tells you how to answer certain questions
Really?
and not to answer certain, so like to stay away from politics and
control your breathing and shit.
Yeah,
talking, staying on track.
Yeah, don't be like R. Kelly in his interview with that lady. Like they're killing me, man. Don't do that.
You come to the end of the road, ain't no telling.
Kanye West did, but to an extent.
Yeah, you know, Kanye West's a genius, man. He got like a sports agency now or some shit like that I saw, and signed 2 people like Jason Tatum, I think, or somebody else. I don't know. I don't be keeping up. Only thing I know today that happened is this Johnny Depp Amber Heard shit. So
What happened with that?
I guess they reached a verdict. I don't know. I just want to know what they're trying to distract us from. Nigga, that's always like when some shit like that pops off, they're trying to distract us from some shit. Conspiracy theories.
Yes, Ukraine. That shit's still going on.
Gas is $5 a gallon.
Bruh, damn near. I was like, well, shit, we 3 cents away. Fuck, bro, it's going crazy.
Can't do it. Alright. I got some not basic questions, you know, but some questions. I throw cards out and shit after I'm done, so, you know, I'm not trying to hit you with that, but if it go that way. Tanner comes off the top. I never know when he's going to spout out.
Tanner?
I said Tanner.
Oh, sounded like Tanner, bro.
No. Comes off the top. I never know when he's going to spout something out.
Yeah, I just be doing shit.
I like to be... Actually, I'm not even prepared. I wrote these questions at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, sitting on my bed, lacing up shoes. I was like...
Nah. Well, you're supposed to tell the guests, but yeah,
No, like I already know what I want to ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just have to formulate it. You know what I mean? I got to put it down on paper because then when I'm sitting here and I'm trying to ask, shit gets jumbled up and I say the wrong shit and not prepared. Damn, this is the first episode since like the 3rd episode that I'm gonna be able to share it.
It's the 2nd Murals we've had on.
Yes.
Yeah, Derek was on.
Derek was on.
Oh, and Sebastian's girl brought you up last podcast too. I meant to clip it and send it to you.
Who
but
was it?
Grandma
Sebastian
Sure.
Coolidge.
I don't know who she is. Not by that name.
But she's like a social media like
Guru.
influencer. And
That's
like,
what's up.
you know what I mean? Yeah, she does a thing like business.
Motivates people. She's
life coach, but she doesn't like to say life coach. She doesn't like to coach.
That's what's up.
People, you know, helps guide them in life.
Rich white people
Very
to
well
make them happy.
spoken, like definitely like media trained to an extent. I would say. I don't know.
I saw this girl that said she's a secretary trainer.
But we were like, yeah, who besides Sebastian, you know, because clearly that's your man.
Yeah.
Who would be like one of your favorite artists from the city that you've seen? And she's like, I honestly don't know anybody's name, but I see all these paintings and stuff. And I was like, well, what's one that could, like, you know? She's like, oh, the clown, the fucking big clown with the thing, like, and
with the ice on the teeth.
yeah.
That's what's up.
And I was like, yeah, IBOMS, he's coming on next fucking week. She's like, that guy's fucking sick. I'm like, damn, we gotta clip this and send it to him, bro. It's on YouTube.
Cool.
Damn, what did I die? I hope I turned that crock pot off, man. Burn my house down and shit. Oh man, I'm getting all these wrestling spoilers, nigga. I'm just scrolling and spoiler. And the Lightning playing tonight. I think they're playing right now. Are they playing right now? No, I don't want to go to fan cam, nigga.
Homie's about to buy my fucking pass to swim with fucking dolphins.
You have a pass to swim with dolphins?
Yeah, bro.
Like where?
I get to like film this dude and his family like swimming with dolphins in Orlando this Friday. Like I just got back from couple shots of the Airbnb in the airport.
Was it that same dude that I saw?
Yeah.
Ooh, tie game 1-1. Come on, Lightning. All right.
That's cool. Lost Boy Lounge reached 389 people in the last 7 days.
Excuse me.
Oh, Ryan McGivney confirmed
For what day?
for.
Oh, did what's her name? Lindsay Melnick?
I'm waiting on. She wrote back and said, "Yeah, I'm down," and then I'm waiting on like an actual date because I was trying to get her in right after IBOMS.
Yeah. When do we get McGivney?
I booked him for the 15th,
Okay. Cool.
June 15th.
They're running.
Alright, yeah.
Yo, so hold up before you do that. Just IBOMS, or you want me to drop your government?
We can just do IBOMS. For
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The yellow iPhone's the camera.
Okay.
He has an app running on that. We use the GoPro, but the GoPro overheated
Okay.
and it fucked up.
Damn.
It was with Nico Sweet. Let me know when we live. Or
Can you guys do the joint live thing? Or does
Joint
that have,
live?
Yeah, is that a thing?
I think you can do that on IG.
Okay.
I don't know if you can do it on Facebook.
I don't
Well-
know much about Facebook.
Are we live?
We live.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Reeves in the Lost Boy Lounge.
Tanner.
And we are here tonight with the one and only IBOMS, who's been like tearing up the city recently, or for the last year or 2, 3 years. Doing murals and exhibits and installations and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to get these shares going right now, and we're going to start asking him some questions. If you want to tell the people about yourself a little bit and what's going on.
Yeah, how long have you been doing murals for, or like painting? Like what was the first wall you hit?
I'd say the first wall, it was actually on the side of my barber shop at Chill Will's place. He was on 18th, Martin Luther King. And then that was the very first one. But painting, that was 10th grade. That's when because it's like at the school that I was at, they was pushing it, so I had to.
What school did you go to?
Douglas Anderson School of the Arts.
So you went to art school?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That was one of my questions, if you went to art school.
Yeah.
Let me hop into this, and I got my questions. You said 10th grade, but how old were you when you realized you wanted to create art? Like, that's what you wanted to do? Was it 10th grade, or was it a little bit younger than that?
You say, like, create art just in general, or, like, as a career?
In general, like, I remember when I was younger, I used to have kids in class drawing Dragon Ball Z characters, and they were, like, almost better than the people doing the work. So I just imagine you looking at your characters and your art, that you was probably in class drawing Dragon Ball Z characters or anime characters.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I was always in the library. I actually took a few of their books home. When at the end of the year, I didn't return them. I just love going through the manga chapters and just drawing the pages.
What would you say would be like some of your favorite anime or manga characters that you drew?
Definitely Dragon Ball Z, Majin Buu. Just looking at the way they form the muscles and shit.
It was always crazy.
Yeah, I looked at the other ones, but it's just like they didn't have the sauce. I don't know.
Hell yeah. I'm going ahead and getting this share real quick, so we get some people in this chat. That's shit just corrected to booms. So can I ask you? I didn't write this one down, but is IBOMS an acronym for anything? Does it stand for something? What does it mean?
Illegal beauty on my streets.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Illegal
It's
beauty
like-
on my streets.
It's just like touching on the aspect of what I do, like the type of content that I put out is normally like what you say is like forbidden knowledge or stuff like that. So it's just playing with the fantastical side and reality at the same time.
Yeah.
I
So
like
you
that.
draw like characters and stuff, but have you ever like do you throw up tags, or is graffiti like not like? There's like a separation, right? Is there like graffiti artists and then muralists, or like how does it go? Like, do you throw up tags like, and have you like, is that where it started, or?
Definitely just from understanding or being around muralists, there is definitely a separation. There's a different mindset going into it. It's a different art form. It's just because we're all painters doesn't mean that we all do tags. Yeah. But I do go out there and spray paint shit that I'm not supposed to spray paint shit. So it's like in the same breath, it's just natural for me. So
yeah, that's fun too. It's like that fun aspect to it. Where it's like, oh, I'm doing some illegal shit, but I'm like doing some dope shit.
Right.
What's the dude that did the thing next to Donnelly, and then they tore down the wall, and then he did the exact same thing on the wall?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Tasco.
Yeah. Word.
You know Tasco?
I know about the stories and stuff.
I feel like there's like in the hip hop scene we have our hip hop group, and then in the muralist scene, like you guys have a group that's always together, always vibing with each other. But this is a question that I've been wanting to ask since I was introduced to your work by Sebastian. We were chilling at Sebastian's house, and he brought up you. And I was like, "Who's IBOMS? What is IBOMS?" And this guy was like, "Oh, you haven't seen the mural?" And da 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 da. And I don't really be going down like that. Yeah. But I've seen it, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's dope as fuck." Like I didn't know who you were, what you did, but then I started seeing more and more of your work. And I want to know, where did the inspiration and motivation come from to use minstrel show-esque and like vaudeville as character designs? Where'd that come from?
It's just like, it came from the realization that it's very little things that you can escape when you're in this environment or when you're in this world, and it's like you have to realize if it's seeping out, you're gonna either turn it into something productive or turn it into something that's gonna turn a profit, or you're gonna let it be negative, or you're gonna perpetuate it in a negative way. So it's just like understanding those things, understanding my role and everything, understanding like the pitfalls and shit that I done fell into, just understand like what it means to just pop off and get ready to fight. Like that's the first instinct, but you can't be out here doing that crazy shit. You can't be playing you can't play both sides. So it's just like being real about the characters, being real about what they are has always been something for me.
I was interested in that. Is there a central story you're trying to tell with your art and with these characters? There's something you're trying to bring awareness to? Because this shit is deep. I look at it and I can tell the deepness of the shit. And that's what I want to get to, man. Like,
yeah.
Is it stuff that you grew up learning about culture that you want to incorporate into this? Like, what's the central story?
Yeah, it's just magic. Just the lore of magic is like it's like from
Love
the,
it.
I already got the zoom in on that, nigga.
The lore of magic is like from the get-go. Disney movies is just that interpretation is just the interpretation of what Black empowerment meant, and it's like that fusion inside of my mind with the anime. It's like I can create anything, and that's what's up. That's the motivation.
The volume levels good, by the way?
Yeah.
All right, I was checking because he's a little soft spoken, but it's all good. His art speaks for him, nigga. Like, do all of your characters have names and personalities, or you just go at it? Because I feel like they have personalities. Like they all have a.
More recently, they started to branch out from up underneath like the names and stuff. Because I didn't start getting too many of them, but initially they all had personalities, names, traits, and all that.
Right. Yeah. Is there one that you like? I think one's name's Ashy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there one that you think is like your favorite, or like one that means the most to you? Damn, I didn't even write these questions out. Maybe that's just coming off the top.
Hey man, I feel good.
That's amazing. Definitely Ashy. He's the I wouldn't say he's not the firstborn, but he's definitely like the golden child right now. So.
Word.
Yeah.
Who's firstborn?
His name is J-Boy. He looked a lot more like me, but I got rid of the character. He was losing his power.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
word.
That innocence was leaving.
It's growth, man. It's growth.
Yeah.
You said it looked like you. Who did it? Did somebody do a mural and use his face as
Derek.
a mural? Derek? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where's that at? I don't be seeing shit, man.
It's on the 600 block right there.
Jeez. Well, this brings me to my next question. Unless you have one, I see you cupping the mic like we're not supposed to do.
I just I keep talking with it down there, and I'm like, oh man,
wait,
I forgot
pick it
to
up.
record it.
Who are some of your favorite muralists or artists in the city, and have you done any collabs?
Well, definitely Zulu, Derek, Sebastian. It's like it's too many of the OGs to name all of them in one sitting, but definitely the ones that I run with mostly, those are the immediate inspirations, the immediate reasons to just keep going, is understanding what they going through.
How long have you been like working with, not with them, but like in a collective like that?
I think for only about 2 years, two to 3 years.
So you're
like
still
that.
kind of fresh to
Oh yeah.
that part of the things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So do you have like a studio that you like work at
Yeah.
the most? Like,
Yeah. I work out at the Arts Exchange. Yeah, over at the Warehouse Arts District. It's on 22nd and 5th Avenue.
okay.
Is that like your personal art studio, or is it just
It's an arts collective,
Collective.
so it's like 40 other studios inside of there
Oh,
too.
wow.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of work recently with Zulu. I know that's like your main
Yeah.
dude you've been working with a lot, so
Hell yeah.
that's cool. You and Zulu be crushing that. Do you think you'll ever throw up like a Busch Gardens piece?
I mean, if you invite me out there, I'm always game for working. It's just timing and stuff. So
Busch Gardens, get on that.
yeah, he be advising me to do it because be a lot of nice.
What animal would you throw up?
Little babies out there.
What animal would you throw up?
A zebra. I have to try to do a zebra.
A thugged out like Kodak zebra.
Something. I have the character on top of it, but the zebra would just be a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Word. See, I got another question for you, man. What's your most vivid memory from your childhood, and does it incorporate into your art anyway?
Oh man.
We got,
I be coming with the smoke, son.
We got Hyella and Alec Bernhardt in the chat right now.
What's
saying
up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? They did soundtrack for the episode. Nigga. How you APR? Some Only 1-2 mix in there. But yeah, vivid childhood memory, most vivid childhood memory, and if that is incorporated into your art anyway.
Yeah. So this is some dark shit.
Oh shit.
And it's only dark because it's just from my knowledge, it's literally dark. So it's like when I was younger, I had a lot of sinus issues, so I had to have a lot of surgeries, and they had to do the anesthesia and shit. That shit would always freak me out. I had like 15 operations just going back and forth. So it's like going into that sedative state and being suspended in that space as a child is like, I know this is what I need to be doing, like this is where I need to get healed, but this shit don't feel right. So it's like taking that void or understanding what that space feels like. It's like, man, this is a lot of area to do a lot of shit. This isn't a place to fear. This is where I'm gonna be one day.
Word.
So that's on, yeah.
Yeah, nah, I feel it, dog.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. Just when you speaking that, I saw you were painting something recently, just like a person suspended in like a space, like a
I've
void.
seen
Like
multiple
that.
ones of those. Like,
Yeah,
like,
I just-
different
yeah.
colors, like like purple one.
That
and
shit
you
be
got the other
popping,
ones, like-
bro. Like, all right. Speaking of which, where can a nigga buy your art, bro? Like, that's what I want to know. Man. Like, I don't go to the shows.
He was like the other week or the other day. He's like, man, I hope he shows up with something in the car. I'll buy that bitch like $300. Like, gotta get the 300. You think? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
There's all this art in the lounge. Nigga, I got
I
my art in my house.
I got some art for 300.
I mean, it don't have to be $300, nigga, but I pay what it's worth. You know what I mean? But
What was the question?
that's a later question. But I did have one about that. Oh, well, here's a question. Have you ever considered taking your art into other mediums like clothing or animation?
Yeah. I'm only painting because I don't know how to do animation right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could make these motherfuckers move, man.
It'd be over, bro. It's over.
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh. But definitely animation. But college and schooling is just not my thing. So I would take like courses just in that specific field by itself.
Damn, I would love to see some
YouTube
animation.
University, bro. I'm telling you, you got people out here like Suarez and Olsen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Doing these sculptures on these like, I don't even know what if they're working on computers or iPads or what. But it's crazy because like I've seen some iPads and you're just like, you can like literally sculpt a thing and then send
Right.
it to the 3D printer and you have this fucking object in your hand that you just created
Yeah.
from like pressing like a button on a fucking tablet. It's crazy. So, I mean, have you done any 3D printing or anything like that? And
Just resin castings. I haven't gotten into the digital.
yeah, I've
digital
seen
side
the
of 3D
resin
printing.
castings
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I'll be on some witch doctor shit. I
You
gotta have my
make like
hands on
some
it.
sculptures and stuff too. I've seen like you take different things, like mannequin pieces or whatever and make it some cool shit.
I like doing that.
So I have a question. The little are they cotton pieces or are they popcorn? The little white cloud things that you draw?
No, so they're called blooms. They're flowers.
Okay.
Yeah, or rather spores. They
Okay.
can either be. They change.
Yeah.
They change. Don't let me start cause I can get into the whole universe.
That's what we're here for. That's
I
what we're trying to
explain
get
this
that.
one little thing.
We're trying to get in
What
that
about that
universe.
universe life over here?
Like I said, if you got into the animation and you had like a show that you were doing, like 30-minute show, who would your main character be? Like, would you have a main character, or would it just be like a whole gang of people all together? Like, have you thought about that?
Like a live showcase?
Nah, like an animated
Serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always centered around combat. I be listening to a lot of this group called Grandson and Suicide Boys, and it's just like those soundtracks be going on. And I'm just like, I can show the power of these characters battling it out, and it's just little stuff like that.
Suicide Boys. You ever been to a Suicide Boy show?
Nah, man, I couldn't imagine going out there. I've been and hurt somebody.
I've done 3 of them. I've performed. I opened up 3 times for 2 times for Puya and 2 times Suicide Boys.
That's why I heard you mention his name in one of the interviews. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They're crazy, bro. Some of the best shows I've ever done have been those shows, and their music is Suicide Boys, Puya, Ghostmane, Ramirez, Shakewell, just a whole collective. And there's this new collective that Puya's messing with now. I forgot what they called, but.
So do you use an iPad? Let's go back to that. You know, how do you feel like? Have you messed around with the iPad and stuff like that? And like,
oh yeah, I've done a lot of stuff on Procreate, but recently I've just been doing the traditional stuff. Yeah.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
The power, like when I throw my paint down, it'll actually come true.
Oh shit!
Yeah, there's a character.
Oh, in Heroes. Oh no, that was
Black Clover.
Oh,
It's in
Clover?
Black. His name is Real. He's one of the mages, and he's dope as shit. He's a painter, but all his shit comes to life. He's like
shit,
super
that's
powerful.
dope.
But
That's pretty
something
good.
like that.
Black Clover. I've heard of it. I've never watched that. I need to check that shit out.
Yeah, you gotta try that.
Let's see. You got anything? I'm shuffling through cards.
yeah,
right
have
now.
you art forms and stuff like that? Have you ever tried to do music or anything like that?
Yeah. Who does it?
True.
But it's just fun stuff, just freestyling on beats at the studio with Zulu and friends and stuff. But
Nice.
That's what's up. How has your style grown over time? How have you witnessed your style grow over time?
becoming more in tune with what I'm actually doing in real life. Like before, there was like this huge separation of like fantasy, and now it's like kind of intertwined with each other. So I would say the growth is it becoming a little bit more adult,
Okay.
a little bit more uncensored with the ideas.
Word. Because you're pretty young. How old are you?
22.
22.
Damn.
Damn, nigga. When I was...
if I could go back to being 22 right now.
I'm 32, nigga. So I'm just like, I'm sitting thinking like, yeah, when I was 22, I wasn't creating like you.
But honestly, bro, like that shit makes me so fucking happy
Yeah.
right now to
Thank
be
you,
like
man.
30. But to hear you say like I'm only 22, like, are you fucking kidding me? Yes, like yes, like keep
Appreciate it,
fucking
man.
doing what
Yeah,
you're
man.
doing because like that.
Imagine
shit
when you're
is-
30, nigga. Like,
Oh my god,
it's
bro.
just like, that
But,
shit,
like,
I'm
the-
excited
but-
for you, nigga.
But the
That's just like-
changes like he could make
Yeah.
with like the way people perceive art, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like and like really capture that shit because sometimes people like miss the whole concept behind a piece. But I noticed like when I've looked at your pieces, I'm like, there's something about this. Let me study this shit. You know what I mean? And that's what people need. People need to like look at a piece and be like, what the fuck is this about?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's dope.
Thank you, man.
Now, like, oh fuck, there was something I was gonna ask. I know, right? I was either gonna go into like the whole gentrification of like downtown
Mm.
thing and like how you feel
Feel like
about
it.
all that happening.
That's where that media training comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how long
He's
you
gonna come back.
you born in St. Pete, raised here, so you've seen the way everything is changing. How
And it's bittersweet because you ask me that, and it's so strange because like when you're growing up with your siblings and y'all like all in the same house, it's just like you growing up together. And then when you get older, and you start to realize like, okay, you got some flaws, but you know I still love you. So it's just like this weird thing of like growing up within all of this stuff. It's like some want me to be angry about it, but you know you just gotta keep surviving. You gotta keep going.
All right, I feel you. Feeling that just except when they raise the rent everywhere, nigga. That's just crazy. But who do you listen to while working? Like, give me your playlist rundown of what you put on when you start to paint.
Mick Jenkins, Isaiah Rashad, Joey Badass, Cole, of course, Imagine Dragons. Who else I'll be fucking with? Buju Banton. I've been fucking with his music heavy recently. Stephen Marley, like all the Marley sons. I like their
There's
music
a lot
too.
of them.
Yeah. mostly Damien and Steven.
Word.
Yeah.
I saw Damien live with Nas. I think it's Nas and Damien, distant relatives or distant cousins or some shit. They had an album.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
didn't know it was
dope.
related.
That shit was crazy.
That's interesting.
I thought you had it. I thought it came back to you.
I've lost it. It's
That's fine. What part of the creative process excites you the most?
When the idea comes into my head in
Yeah.
full definition, that shit feel like a possession. Like goosebumps come on, I'm just like, oh my god.
Sounds like a superpower to me.
Yeah, really. It's like there it is right there.
Do you know
Fuck it.
when you're like looking at a blank canvas? When does that image of what you're gonna do come to you, or do you just start?
I'll have references. Like I'm always looking at stuff on Instagram, so it's looking at poses and looking at how I can use that pose to just fit my costume of my character over top of it. So I'm always looking at that. That's always inspiration. And then just making art after that.
Interesting. I like that. That's what's up. What's that? You still ain't got it?
Nah, that shit gone, bro.
All right.
That's not good there.
Somebody told me to ask this, but I don't even remember who the fuck it was. How do you know when a piece is finished? Like, how do you know when to stop? Like, not do too much or go too far? Cause
you gotta be calm. Because if you emotional, you're not gonna know. You just gonna stumble over that shit, trample all over it. I just recently did it, so it's like that's some fresh knowledge for me. It's no way to avoid it. It's just gonna have to be a sacrifice. You're gonna have to calm down and know that you're gonna have to go back and fix it. So, try to be in a good headspace when you sit down to paint.
So where's the best food joint you like to eat at locally?
Recently, Karma. I used to fuck with Booyah Ramen a lot. Yeah, Karma and Booyah Ramen.
Karma, what's Karma?
Karma's like that.
What do you call it? It's not a fruit bar.
It's
I
like
don't know
a-
what to call it.
Acai bowls and stuff.
I said I whatever.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know it's good for you. Nigga.
It's very McDonald's. So
It's
it's
it's a superfood.
right.
Downtown?
Hmm?
It's downtown?
Yeah.
I don't really go downtown. I just never go. So many artists struggle to find ways to sell their art. What are some ways that you market yourself?
And right now, it's a lot of Instagram and working with other companies or other galleries and stuff, and building those relationships. Not being an asshole as much as you can. It's like, really, it's just like word of mouth is everything. It's like if you're nice, people see you, and even if you don't remember their name, it's just like treat them with respect, and it's like those words gonna get out. People gonna come looking.
What social media platform do you feel is the most beneficial for you?
Instagram.
Yeah, for real. That's where I'm at too. I'm just like, all right, Instagram's where it's at.
I
So.
used to be against Instagram, but now I'm like, since I
Yeah,
get banned so
bro.
much, I'm like, yo, Instagram's popping, bro. Like, that's where I'm at. Forget my Facebook. Follow my Instagram, bro.
Yeah.
That's where the real content is.
For real.
Sheesh.
I had got a big boost from TikTok. I was against that for a while, and then I was doing them sketches, and then that's how I got to the 10K, and just been going after that
Boom, follow him on TikTok.
TikTok, yes.
Yeah.
No, so I was gonna ask a question. How do you feel about psychedelics?
I definitely don't feel. I don't feel any negative ways about psychedelics. No. It's
Have
definitely
you done art
inspiration.
on them before? Or?
Not on them, but it's definitely an inspiration just to self-medicate and help yourself through all this shit that's going on. It's some crazy shit out here, and it's like as peaceful as you can be. It's like try to get there as much as you can.
Doctors be pilling us.
Really, and
It's
it's like
nuts. You gotta be careful. You gotta like really pay attention to that shit because like these SSRIs and shit and all these
Right.
fucking medications. It's like
and the pill bottle. That's a symbolism in the artwork a lot, and it's like growing up, always opening up the medicine cabinets at people's houses. It's just orange pill bottles everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
I do that with girls I date now. Just go check their medicine out. I'm joking. What does shit do that?
he's like, no, yeah, for real. It's mandatory now. You gotta see
I've
what's
never
up.
been a pill mill fan. I've always been against that shit. But
Nah, man, yeah, it's corrupt out here. These motherfuckers. You just gotta tap into yourself.
that's where the
Heal
money at. They're the
yourself.
biggest drug dealers.
Natural medication.
Natural
as
all
much
the
as
way, bro.
possible.
That's the same way with me, man.
Don't be out here hurting yourself.
Yeah.
You stupid.
So speaking about what I just said about medicine cabinets and women, are you dating? What's your dating life like, man? Are you a bachelor out here? What you got going on?
I'm a bachelor.
You're a bachelor?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, man, I'm 22, just popping right now.
I'm trying to get my shit together.
That's the mindset I wish I had.
Trying to marry this bag. Bitch.
Yeah.
Really? Like, what about this painting? I got this idea of thinking about that. Really?
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you visualize yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully someplace good if I can somehow keep my hands off of people. Because some people just be going and they don't know when to stop. But if that's the only thing that I see myself as a pitfall. So it's like,
I don't know. You seem so calm and chill to me. Like I can't see you just like popping off on somebody.
I know, that's why. It's like that's out of
Those be the ones. Those be the ones you got.
That's out of necessity. It's like you shouldn't be out here swinging your sword around like that. You're asking for something to happen.
Put that up, man. I think I've seen the answer to this, but have you won any awards for art?
Mm-hmm.
What have you won? What was it for?
I say awards. Or
was certificates, or what are they called? I don't know much.
Did a show at Tampa Bay Lightning, Emily Arena one time. It was a while ago, way before I even did the murals and stuff. I was just applying to calls for artists. I was still fresh out of high school, actually. That stuff from high school is Golden Key Awards. But it's been a lot.
Yeah.
I don't really keep up with it now.
Damn, he got the Drake going on the trophy room, man. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
One of the things that Scott always talked about was the jewelry on your characters or on the mural that you did downtown. You said you placed each in every what was it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
When did that first come about? And yeah,
How long did that take?
8 hours.
8
for the big one downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was. I normally use just t-shirt glitter vinyl for the ice effect on my paintings, and I wanted to do it on the. Well, actually, no. Zulu suggested it because I was just gonna paint it like how Sebastian did the gold right there, but in the silver. But Zulu was like, why not just ice it out like you do on the paintings? It's like go full throttle, and that's why it's so good to have people around you that isn't on no envious shit, and it's just like they push you to that next level. So I went and got the materials. It didn't work out how I thought with the materials that I got. So I was like, fuck it. I'm finna go get some rhinestones and some industrial strength Gorilla Glue, and we finna get these bitches popping. Yeah. So I went out there and got it, figured out a method, spent 8 hours just up there just going in on it. So,
jeez.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Really.
You gotta be dedicated to your work like that.
Mm.
Yeah, Rama just said that's one of her favorite pieces in St. Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think that's the one that she mentioned.
Yep. Yeah, we brought that. That's the one that caught her.
Let's see. So was that one the biggest mural you ever done?
Yeah.
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 Did you have anyone helping you on that mural?
No, so they did prime the yellow first, but as far as like when I first got onto the wall, no. That was one of the things. I was like, the first mural is like a rite of passage. It's like, I'm gonna be in this bitch balls deep to the midnight, and it was like I got through it really fast and just staying up there. I didn't have nothing else to do but paint.
How quick was that mural done?
I did it within 5 days, and the hurricane had came through too, so it was pretty wild a few of those days. So
you was out there like the rain painting or some shit, wind or whatever.
In the rain,
but you be learning as you're going because that rain comes, and then you're like, okay, well this is what I can't do.
Fuck up the paint is like, damn, I knew I should have waited.
So you don't have a problem with heights and no shit like that, because you gotta like climb on shit to do.
I didn't like that shit.
No,
I had almost fell over in the tub after I got out the mural because it's just like that sway of the basket was still on me.
We were talking about that was Donnelly who said he fell off something and hurt his back or some shit like that. Jesus, nah, I'm not climbing on nothing. Have you had any shows recently, like art shows recently? Where were they at and what were they for or whatever?
Yeah.
Or do you have any coming up soon?
Yeah, I have the next one is July 8th, and that's going to be at D Gallery. That's 1234 Martin Luther King Street North. That's July 8th. The last showcase was at where my studio is, the Warehouse Arts District. What was that showcase called? It was Human Discretion Advised. It was a group showcase, so Duke Energy sponsored it. They gave out cash prizes for first, second, and third for the group exhibition, and I had my solo show downstairs. So that was just the Human Discretion Advisor, just bringing awareness to like the emergence of African culture in my mind. So it's like getting that vibe out there.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I got something. So, our future, where do you see it? How do you see it? I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit happening right now.
You can't ask a shrink the future. The consequences, brother. You gotta pay for those.
Yeah,
I'll commission a painting. I could give you the answer to that one for sure. Hell yeah.
So, shit, he just said that.
Do you believe in magic? You know what I mean?
That's
where it comes.
Well, shit, that's what, when you were talking about your superpower, I thought you were talking about like your paintings, like predicting the future kind of shit. Because there's a nigga in Heroes. I used to watch Heroes a lot, and then what he painted would come true, or whatever.
That's
Silent
spooky.
was hard at that. Man, Silent would just like kill people and take their power. That shit was. You ever watch Heroes? First season was fucking crazy. Then the writer strike happened. But beyond that, what are some of your like favorite movies or shows? Do you have time for that kind of stuff right now, or are you always working? What are you watching?
It'll go in and out. I love Death and Robots on Netflix. That shit's dope.
I haven't seen any seasons of that. I need to check that out.
That shit is amazing. This show called Lock and Key on Netflix too.
That was a book, I think, right?
I don't know what it was before that. Other stuff. If I have my Crunchyroll subscription still, I still be watching anime and stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't been watching that much recently.
Yeah, so Rama asked, what's the big long-term dream? I think we kind of went over that earlier, but...
No, like, yeah, what's success for you? What's your big long-term dream?
Let's say, like, financial literacy. That shit is definitely important, because people, like, oh my God, you're doing all this amazing stuff. It's like, you have to know what you're doing on the flip side of that amazing stuff.
There's a business side.
Right. It's like, you're going to have people that care for you and love you that's going to steer you in the right direction. So it's like, not everybody is on that shit. So learning that shit yourself is a necessity.
That shit can get confusing for you mentally.
Right.
Like, I feel like, you know, if you're doing, everyone's like, yo, your shit is so fucking sick. You're the dopest in the world. And you're like, yeah, I'm so fucking broke. Like, what the fuck's going on, bro? Like, you know what I mean? And then it's just, like, confusing. It gets into this whole path. But you said you had, you know, if you could, like, chill out anger-wise, stop putting your hands on people and shit like that.
No,
that's
I'm not,
one of the biggest things for you. Like,
I'm not putting the hands on people. It's the thought. Because it's just...
the thought of it.
Yeah.
So what do you do to calm down? How do you zen out and, you know, find that balance for yourself again?
Definitely the art. It's like, the art is the window, the art is the answer. And it's just keep going at that, and all that shit is just pour out.
Dope.
Like, even when you're, like, in a deep bout with depression or something like that, just art it out.
No, you gotta cry. You gotta figure out some way to get your ass to cry. So it's like, you know, those songs that's like those nuclear bombs. It's like, get them bitches rattling. Get those
get that good cry out, man. Really? Release that energy.
Really.
Get that cry out, man. It's good to cry.
It's good to cry. See, that's
water,
we got
man.
that good masculine energy.
Flush that water, bro.
Get that shit out.
Yeah, it's okay to cry.
Water carries energy.
Go get a stuffed animal. I don't know.
It does. Damn, we burned through my questions. I should have wrote some more. But
IBOMS. Get some IBOMS.
Really.
Hell yeah.
Whew, thank your water.
Emotional support and stuffed animals.
You're a Squishmallow fan.
I don't know what those are.
Man, I don't know what they are either. I just keep hearing girls talk about
Squishmallows, the hottest thing on the
Squishmallows.
block.
Yeah, man, they're like Build-A-Bears are like yesterday, dog. It's Squishmallows.
I still ain't never went to Build-A-Bear workshop.
They just released a Charmander and a Mewtwo in
Build-A-Bear?
Yeah, I know about it because I'm like a Charmander fanatic. So, like all fire.
I dated this
Pokemon.
girl that got me one for my birthday. when I was
OG
like
fire
19.
Pokemon. I don't fuck with the new Pokemon.
I don't know much. I never watched Pokemon like that.
Damn, blasphemy. Did you watch Yu-Gi-Oh at least? Or Digimon?
A little bit, but that was my brother. He was into that. I was into like
Oh,
Sonic.
we are 10 years older than
I
that.
know.
So I'm like, I was like, shit, nigga.
But no, the crazy thing, because I used to watch like Popeye, so I went like decades before
shit.
even that shit. So it was like,
Popeye, man, like, that's like right around there with like that vaudeville kind of thing, man. That art style of that.
yeah,
There's a lot of racist connotations in Popeye.
yeah.
Uh,
It's coming out of the ages is like you expect to see something.
yeah.
Really.
I'll be like watching Boomerang sometimes. I just like kind of see something. I'm like, how did
Next
this shit
up
slide
on
by?
Boomerang.
Yeah, I was just like, hold up, what? This shit
Yeah.
was, it's crazy the things that were okay in television and art. You know, not even 100 years ago. It's about it's about 80 now. If you go back to the 60s, right? Because I don't know how to do math. That's not right.
I paint.
Yeah.
Don't come over here with that.
Hayela asked, what's your favorite anime?
Ooh, Fire Force right now. We was talking about that one, the Fire Force.
Fire Force.
Fire Force. What's that about?
It's
Go watch it.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to
Spoil
explain.
it.
You
Yeah, I
gotta
got
watch
you.
it. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, Fire Force. All right, what's that on? Crunchyroll? I need a Crunchyroll, don't I?
I
Let me
think
borrow
it's-
Crunchyroll, bro.
I think so. I don't know.
For the mission. Shit. Well, what's been the best advice given to you as an artist, and what advice would you give to someone starting out? Even you're still young though, so like.
Just say thank you. Like when somebody gives you a compliment, it's like you don't have to go into explanation about anything after that. Just say thank you. It's like keep it at that, because you leave yourself open for so much craziness. So
Damn,
just say thank you.
30, and that's like advice to me. Damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna let that marinate. Say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Accept that. You know, I think I have a problem with that. Accepting compliments.
Mm-hmm. It be getting outrageous because I be saying like appreciate it, thank you, appreciate it. Oh man.
I think you lost in St. Pete. I must have every time I approached you, I had said something about your art and how dope it was and shit. And he was like, "Yeah, thank you, I appreciate it." I was like, "Man, this nigga's cool as fuck, bro." But he ain't fucking with me, dog.
You gotta be careful out here, man.
That's for sure.
Gotta test the waters.
Speaking about Lost in St. Pete, you did a piece, a puzzle piece. How'd that come? Or not come about, but how'd you go about that?
Just coming up with like the idea.
Mm-hmm. And who bought that? It was.
I
Like
don't
someone.
even know who bought the piece. I need to go get their information. Hopefully it wasn't like my mom and she did some crazy. It's like she just bought the piece. But I think the idea with that was just thinking about what the before life is like. When you think of like the afterlife, it's like where did we come from? I always have these different characters that can symbolize different things. So these floaties, there's basically bringing the new seeds into the world, and yeah, it's just.
So we have a question in the chat from Everpaints, Garrett. He's asking, do you believe that it, the good supplies matters? He said, do you believe it doesn't matter the supplies, it's how you use the supplies? Or do you believe that quality stuff? Like, do you find like using quality stuff like is a lot easier for you to like?
So I'll just name off some of the materials. It's like you don't have to spend crazy amounts of money on art supplies. It's you're doing it the wrong way if you are.
Correct.
And it's like I use Apple Barrel. Go to Walmart, 50 cents a bottle. It's how you coat it. It's how you understand how the paint lays, and that's a lot of like art school is like understand the materials that you're working with. And it's like understand when you don't know what you're doing and stay away from it or practice on something else first. So definitely test out the material, see how you like it, and that's like the best
Find
advice.
your comfort.
Yeah.
Just rock it.
Yeah.
What's this? Raina asked. She said, "What's up with the Schoolity collab? The Schoolity?
I think she's saying.
Oh, Coolidge. That's what Sebastian Coolidge. Are you collabing with Sebastian?
No.
Is that
we
what that
didn't
is?
have
No.
anything.
She's saying, what's up with it? Like,
Oh.
Oh.
I thought it was a question.
would
Would you
do
collab
one,
with it?
like type shit?
Ooh.
I was thinking for like Reggae Rise Up because we're supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be there next year. So that would be some cool shit because he's always doing some crazy
Oh,
installations.
dude, his reggae. Yeah, I mean, this was at Reggae Rise Up. This was the year before this past one. This is just one part of it. I mean, like he had arms for this that people could control, you know. And the last one, he had the eyes and the slide and the cat.
With the cat.
Like, it's sick. So yeah, I think that would be crazy to see Sebastian Coolidge and IBOMS at Reggae Rise Up going in on something nuts.
Whatever it is, I buy it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
It's like we're not doing it for free. Whatever we put our hands on, it's got to be for sure sold beforehand.
Yeah.
Like I buy the canvas, nigga, or whatever.
All the
It's mine.
supplies.
All the supplies, nigga.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first piece you sold?
Mm-hmm.
And what was it, or when was it?
It was these two dancers named Ao and Tio. They were like really big on Instagram.
The Rolex people. I just got it.
Yeah. And it was him doing the flex arm, and the guy had bought it for like $50. It was at like a art market. So,
How old were you?
I think 18.
18.
Yeah, right after high school.
I'm making this art money, dog. That's what's up. I asked about animation thing, and I had mentioned clothing. Would you put your characters on clothing? Is that something you thought about? That's not the lane you want to go in, because that's what a lot of people do in that lane.
It's not anything that I'm like super interested in at the moment, but just fashion in general. Like I'm really into like Kanye stuff. It's just
You own some Yeezys?
yeah, just the slides though.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to get those black ones, but they was like $60 too much. I was like, nah, I'll wait. So I already got the other ones.
I'm trying to get some Yeezy slides, man. I got 450s and 700s, and I hate the 700s. But I like them. They're cool. They're comfortable as fuck, bro.
So,
Shout out. So Yeezy. What else you like?
Like shoes wise.
Yeah, shoe wise. What's your shoe game like?
Adidas for sure. I love the Human Race collection by Pharrell.
Those shoes are expensive as fuck.
Like
Like
they got some like for like $260. I mean that's still
Yeah,
expensive as fuck, but it's like for the compared to 1,000 and 1,700 for like the original one, like that shit's low.
I just got hip to them. Like I be on I have literally shoe app section on my phone just for shoes. And I have a problem, bro. I have a serious problem.
I've been looking for black Air Forces. I can't find them shits nowhere.
Yo, solid color Air Forces, but be super hard to find.
I ain't never had a black pair of Air
Get
Forces.
some Air Forces.
Yeah, you nigga, he's just like, I don't want to put hands on nobody. Of course you be wearing black Air Forces. I see that. It's like, if you ever wearing black Air Forces, don't say no smart shit to homie, bro.
No, it's not like that.
And this is my last question on my card. It's not gonna be the last question though. But if you weren't creating art as a passion, or just whatever, what else would you be doing? If this wasn't what you were doing, what else would you be doing? That's like a redundant ass question.
On some real shit, I probably wouldn't exist.
That's dark,
right?
Nigga.
No,
That's
because
straight
it's
from
like
the heart. Straight up.
because it's like it feels like purpose. So it's like you take the purpose. It's like that character probably wouldn't even be in existence, or my character. It's just like, man.
Yeah. So that's your lit. That's your lane. That's art. Like that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to do. That's my purpose.
For now, until I get a kid or something like that,
Yeah,
and then
you
it's
need
like
to be a bachelor. Man. That's how you get kiddos.
No, I mean, even if you have a kid, I mean, I think like showing them.
No, that's the thing. It's just like the art won't be the first love anymore because like there's a real thing
No,
here now.
100, bro.
Yeah.
Like my daughter's 5 right now, and that's like
Nice.
I definitely feel like throughout my whole years of like being creative, because I've been in the music scene since I was like 15, 16 downtown St. Pete, like
Nice.
crazy, like booking all kinds of shit and just like doing whatever I feel like I could find a lane in that I fit, and I fit in multiple lanes, so it's cool. But bouncing around from all that, I do feel like I was at the same spot you were, where I'm like, if I wasn't doing this shit, I don't want to be doing nothing else. You won't catch me busting no fucking tables, bro. You won't catch me working a 9 to 5. As soon as somebody showed me that they could come here and I could make $100 off just recording them, it was game over, bro. It was like, I'm not going back, bitch. You can't tell me I'm going to work for fucking a whole 8-hour shift and I just made what I fucking made an 8-hour shift in 1 hour. I'm like, fuck that. I'm never going back.
But there's definitely,
definitely
moments.
like when you have a child, something like that.
You about to cry?
No, dude, it just starts. It starts like they take over your whole, like it's a new purpose is found, bro, and it's like they're the first love, but you want to like guide them into knowing what you know, and pretty much just like don't grow up, don't be fake.
For sure.
Run that shit.
That was some power right there. Speaking the gospel.
Now that damn, you kind of threw me off when I was thinking about shit. Leave me sad. But no. Let's say, in the future you've essentially made it. In what kind of ways would you want to give back to the art community? Or what, like, do you look forward to giving back? Like, teaching art, or would you consider yourself to be a teacher? No.
I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience for it right now. Giving back to the art community, I would say finding the younger generations, or the generation up underneath me, because I don't really have anybody that's in my age range that's doing the same things that I'm doing.
I've noticed that like everyone's like
older than me.
They're older. Like, they're like where we're at. You know what I mean? Or Donnelly and stuff like that. And I see. I have seen some girls rocking it in Tampa. Yeah. Like Izzy.
That gets
Izzy
tricky.
still,
I don't really like to bridge those gaps like that. So I kind of just stay in my own lane as much as possible. Yeah. Hopefully, like the next generation that's coming up, they'll be just as enthusiastic about the art as I am. So it'll just be like a natural hop on board, kind of like what I did with Derek and Zula and Sebastian.
So, like, you're being as young as you are and doing what you're doing now, do you think that came from, like, your mom, your dad, like, or how did that get you? Because 22-year-olds not doing what you're doing right now. They're out in these streets ripping and running, doing different things like that, but you, like, he's like, I got something to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're doing it. And I was like, where does that come from? Because even at 32, I'm still trying to figure that out, bro.
My mom, for sure. Single mom. And it's so weird because I know it's some lessons that I missed out on, but I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Because, like, the way she raised us was like a soldier, like combat in arms. It's like you are out here, not out here on your own, but you are a soldier out here. And it's like, act like it. Understand what that means. Understand your gifts. Understand your power. Understand your place. And, yeah.
You said you had siblings. How many? You got brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I'm the youngest. I got an older brother, older sister, and the eldest sister.
Do any of them do any art or anything? Or?
My mom is really creative. She does a lot of art too. Yeah.
You think that's kind of where that came from?
She doesn't like to admit it. She seems like she just now. Oh, I'm an artist now. It's like, you've been an artist.
What kind of art does she do?
It's paperwork. So it's like she makes these intricate flowers like out of paper, and just like all these different, like
origamis almost.
No, it's not origami. It's
paper mache.
No.
Okay.
Her Instagram is paper candy. I can share that.
Pull up Paper Candy real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone
If
go
you're in the
follow
chat,
Paper
go
Candy right
follow
now.
Paper Candy. Gas that
There's
up.
about 6 people in the chat right now, so
You get the
she
right
better.
spelling
She's
of it.
gonna get blown up with followers right now.
I
Let's
see
give her
this.
like.
PAPERCANDI.
It should have a green.
You following it? Yo, this is she. What?
So she
Did
like,
you look this up? This it?
yeah.
What?
So she like be making all of these intricate things, and it's just like she's blossoming into this fucking beast. And it's like
bro.
praising me. It's like you're the real
This is tight.
trooper, right?
No, I know. A lot of like party planner, people who would eat this up.
Yeah,
They would
it's
die for stuff like this. This is
it's-
what they want. You
but
know?
Go
she
give
is
moms
actually-
a follow.
Hell
Paper
yeah.
Candy. PAPERCANDI.
Oh, she knitting some hats too.
Oh yeah, she does a lot. And it's
Wait, I
like,
think did I meet your mom?
perseverance. Maybe, I'm not sure. She was at the Lost Creation, the Lost in St. Pete event. He was out there.
I think when I first met you, it was.
Have you ever collabed with your mom?
No, but that's long term goal. That would be some crazy stuff.
That'd be dope.
Man, could you imagine a room full of those things, like huge as shit?
Yeah.
It's like to the magnitude, like come
Like
on,
not
man.
made out of actual like regular size paper,
Yeah.
but made out of like
Right,
big paper.
right.
Yeah,
And it's
crazy.
like,
I'm still like.
That'd be a cool show.
So you said you have July 8th coming up. You want to go ahead and plug your socials and stuff too, where people can find you at, and your TikTok, all that. You can
Get
pull
the
around.
right
I know, and Instagram. Is there periods in that?
yeah. But if you type it in, just IBOMS, it'll pop up.
Yeah. Make sure y'all follow that IG.
Where's the TikTok?
I don't be on TikTok. Like I refuse to download it. I feel like I'm too old. That stage is past.
Their energy on TikTok is wild. They're so used to controlling the narrative of artists on there, and it's just like they'll say some crazy stuff. It's like, who the fuck are you? Like, come on, bro. Like, chill.
You use Twitter at all?
No, not Twitter.
Twitter is uncensored, boy. Like Twitter is it's a dark place.
But on TikTok, it's IBOMS0.
It's iBombs what?
0.
iBombs0. So at iBombs0 on TikTok, at iBombs on Instagram. Those are the two that matter, for sure. Jenny, you got any questions ahead? Any questions in the chat?
Yeah, Garrett was asking at this point, like what excites you? What keeps you driven to keep going? Like he said, for example, like when he sold out of all of his artwork that he did, he was like super excited because he was able to afford, the material or the supplies to do the next stuff. So like what gets you do you have those exciting points like?
Yeah, being able to travel after the showcases. So like New Orleans, I've been there twice, so that seems to be like a calling destination for me. So it's like anytime I
City
go,
of Magic, dog.
man. I went through during Mardi Gras last year with my girl, but that shit, New Orleans is amazing. So it's like getting out there, traveling, having real life experiences in the places that you think about is powerful because it's just gonna make it even more.
Being able to go to those places from doing what you love.
Right, it's like I was watching this place on fucking Princess and the Frog. Now I'm in this bitch, walking around where these fucking animations is going. It's like, this is lit.
That's what's up. You ever done any mural or artwork in other states or any places like that?
Nah, no other states. Only in St. Pete. I got one in Clearwater on the side of my brother's restaurant though. Yeah.
You brother at a restaurant too?
Yeah.
What's up with loaded
Loaded
potato?
Potato.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your brother's shit?
So I've been meaning to ask you. We got to go check that out.
I
'cause-
can't. I'm on keto. I can't eat potato.
Oh, yeah.
But that's your brother's?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. Like I've heard. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's dope.
He's dope as shit. Yeah.
Loaded potato. Yo, shout out. Go to Loaded Potato. Get some food. We plugging everything tonight.
Fucking
Man.
delicious.
Yeah. What about Chill Will? Let's talk about Chill Will.
Hell yeah.
How did you meet Chill Will?
How did we meet? Oh, we
Have you-
met. So
Do you know? Because I know he's Rod Wave's barber, right?
Yeah.
So I just recently filmed Nino Breeze getting his hair cut by Chill Will.
Yeah.
And he pulled up in the fucking van.
Yeah, I had
we
met
got the
him
shots of
recently,
that.
too.
I got dope shots of like your mural and shit.
Sick, man.
The van, but how did you meet Chill?
So my brother, I was saying that he got the restaurant now. They used to have a T-shirt shop on 16th, right at the corner, and I was just doing art. I was just doing the stuff. I was right out of high school, and he wanted me to come paint some stuff for him. So I went over there, basically painted his entire fucking barbershop. And it's just after that, it was just like a big brother relationship. It's just like making sure I'm good and stuff. Just checking in every so often.
I wish I had hair. Like I would go to barbers and I don't really have no
man,
hair.
Bro, chilled out. Yeah,
Yeah, he's lit as fuck.
Mobile cuts too, pull up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a cut in the van too.
It's worth it, man.
Oh wait, a van? You got a van?
Yeah,
Oh
got a
yeah,
whole
the
van.
whole van.
Yeah.
IBOMS did all the artwork and the inside of shit. It's
Yeah.
sick, bro.
Put in work, bro.
Yeah. What
I'm
is he
proud of
wearing?
you.
Is he wearing a? The character's wearing what is that? Explain that character.
So he wanted, just like the Tampa Bay teams, he wanted them to have a Brady jersey. He got it on the Tampa Bay Lightning iced out necklace. It's a big ray that's going through the background. It's his neighborhood where he grew up at, Bethel Heights and stuff back there. And then I forget what else I had put on there. But it's just and it's a barber clippers that's hanging out like a mic, and the guy's like spitting a verse on the clippers. So
That's tight. So do you feel we got a little bit more time, but do you feel like you like doing like your own artwork more, or do you like cuz some artists don't really like when they don't have much creative control. You know what I mean? Do you ever have those pieces that you've turned away because they didn't want you to have too much like creative control? Like
yeah. Oh yeah. That's always a battle.
yeah.
Definitely. I just try to be as respectful as possible, and it's like, even if that anxiety gets on you and you don't want to respond, it's like, I can't do this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not for me.
So you do you take commissions? You do commissions, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, well, get this wallet ready, get this commission. Full creative control, you want to draw Super Saiyan, it can be Super Saiyan. I like your you did a character that was like on fire.
Yeah.
Man, the way. So did you do that with like? Is it a brush or is it a?
That's like a
paint
series.
marker?
Is that like a series or what's going on? Because
Yeah.
that shit's going hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It ended recently, but I went on this whole fucking binge, fucking angry at the world and shit.
Bro, I feel some
Gotta put in
powerful shit coming from those
Right.
paintings.
It's like understanding what it feels like to hurt things in reality. It's like being pushed to that point by something that doesn't want to stop. It frustrates you. It's like we live in a society where people die on the regular. Niggas lose their life like by the second, and it's like you're perpetuating it. And I'm trying to be the best that I can be, but that is the nature of this world when you're doing good. So understanding that, understanding where your power lies and what you need to be doing here will keep you safe, will keep you on the right path. So putting it into the art,
Yeah, that shit.
exploding that bitch out.
Yeah,
like,
seeing the
it's
reflection
like-
in the water too. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
man, it's like boom, and you got that
Yeah.
fire behind you, but you standing there strong, and it's like, it's powerful. Do you have like a name for that series or?
I was battling like it's the nature of fire was one of the names that I was thinking of, but then it just started evolving after that. I wanted to say like the language of the shaman, like like when they throw the bones or some crazy shit in the fire and it changed colors and they tell you destiny. It's kind of like that, and he's telling a story about what his gods look like or what his nature gods look like to the next generation.
Dope.
That's what's up.
Dope. Well, that about wraps it up.
Yeah, for
We're
real.
gonna leave on
I
that
mean,
note.
you got anything that you want to say? You want to, shout out to anybody? I do want to say thank you everybody for tuning in.
Hit this man up for
definitely.
commissions. Like,
Yeah, hit him up for commissions.
Fire.
Follow his shit. Share his shit. Push them buttons. You make reels, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Fuck is that? That's a mop, nigga.
Yeah,
Hey, all right, yeah. I would have moved.
Before
We
Reed
good?
starts crying.
I'm not out of cry, nigga. All right.
All right, dope. Well, this is Tanner signing off.
This is Reeves signing off.
IBOMS.
Peace.
Buffalo Lounge.